Hello, everybody, and welcome to LaChamba.com. I am Neil Rodriguez. So it's the end of the week. I ended up with a kink in my back. I OD'd on my pull-ups and my muscle-ups. Trying to blow off too much steam. Now, I may end up walking like a field tease from the 300 movie. The field tease was the hunchback walking throughout the weekend. Hope not. Anyway, a lot of news we covered this week. Typically the same thing. The week ended off with California now has a 10.1% unemployment rate. It hasn't been this high since I believe it was 1982, when it was as high as 11%. I think it was 1982 or 1983. I'm not too sure of the year. 11%, so more than 1 out of 10 Californians is unemployed right now. All right, and a lot of GOP governors aren't receiving the federal stimulus money. They aren't welcoming the federal stimulus money with open arms. The argument is, as I said before, that once the federal stimulus money runs out, then they'll have to start to tap into state funds, have to increase taxes. They don't want to do that. But a lot of people are complaining. A lot of people could use that extra $25 a week. All right, they could use it. A lot of people I'm seeing are stating that the governors don't care because they're not suffering through any types of economic problems. A lot of them are well off. They're well-to-do people, so they're not going through it as bad as the average American is. So it's a bad problem out there. Now I want to start to cover the use of Web 2.0 tools in the job search. There are a number of tools out there, a number of tips that people have for them. There are a number of tools, for instance, like LinkedIn, Plaxo, Visual CV, I believe it's called. A lot of people are employing Facebook. A lot of people are employing Twitter. All right? As I said before, people are using Twitter to start to meet up with people in their industry, and then they get referred as a result of those meetups, as a result of that constant networking. A good tip that I saw today, a story, somebody got laid off, and he sent a mass email to his entire network, simply updating his contact information. And just he conveniently added that he just got laid off, that he was on a permanent vacation, just to speak nicely on his layoff. So he got laid off, and they said as a result, he got a number of freelancing gigs. So that's a pretty subtle way of doing it, and it's good. I mean, they called it a farewell email. I never thought of it. These tools will give you a lot of functionality to be able to reach people at one certain time. I always found that the best way to get jobs, I mean, even the way that I got this job, is when you are placed in a position when people are competing for you, when they're vying for you, when you have your resume exposed. Like, for instance, when you upload your resume to a job search site, and you have a number of people calling you because your resume fit the qualifications for the job descriptions or the qualifications that they've listed on their job descriptions when they put out their ads. So a lot of people call you. I get a number of calls because of the resumes I've uploaded on Dice, Career Builder, Monster.com. It takes some time, though, to start to kick in at times. So you have to, like I said, you have to craft your resume with the best accomplishments that you have, that you are able to list on the resume, quantify it with all with the numbers that you've produced, how you've contributed to the bottom line when you've realized these accomplishments. And I mean, you'll start to get calls back. Now, a lot of these tools, they allow you to do that. They allow you to put you in a position where a lot of people are vying for you, where you can be placed at a certain spot where you are broadcasted and a lot of people are seeing you, and they can reach out to you and they could say, you are somebody that's qualified for the position that I'm seeking to fill, and I'm going to give you a call, I'm going to give you an email. So I'll be covering a few ways to do it. I'll start to strengthen up the LinkedIn profile and see if we can find any results via that, and I'll vlog on my results. You start doing the same as well. I thank you for watching. You have a great weekend. Until next time, I'm Neil Rodriguez.